bunch of other ledges down there too.
Nice.
I think it's great.
Well, we made it to the trail, and we're gonna get down closer to the river over there. There's the railroad bridge on the other side. But we'll get down in the rocks, see if we can make it down there without sliding and rolling. Think we can do it, Laura?
Yeah, kind of.
I hope so.
Daddy, there are a bunch of other ledges down there too.
We made it to the bottom of the escarpment. I think we're gonna drop our packs in this sandy little half cave. We'll do a little bit of exploring and see if we can find a good shelter spot. We're about 30 seconds into our exploration, and Laura has found a little tunnel she wants to check out.
Whoa, there's water on here.
Ooh.
Whoa, this is awesome, Dad. Dad, look up there.
Ooh.
And then you can see the big waterfall right there. Look at that crack.
I do not have good enough traction on these shoes. We found the waterfall. Laura, what do you think?
I think it's beautiful.
Think you could climb that, Laura?
No, not like this.
You can see where they've been tearing into the ice with the crampons. Making steps for themselves. They go right up that. Maybe someday we'll try it, but I've actually never gone ice climbing before. I don't have the gear for it, and I don't have the expertise for it, but I think it'd be a lot of fun. You want to try it someday, Laura?
Yeah, maybe.
I think that would be fun. Hey, let's go look over the lower stage here. We do not have good footwear for going over the ice. Laura, stay back. It's a beautiful place, that's for sure. Well, Laura, should we try and follow the ridge along that way? Or should we follow the ridge that way?
That way.
All right, we're gonna head, I guess that's north. We're gonna head north and see if we can find a good spot.
Northward and onward.
I think we found our spot. Laura looks like she's too comfortable to move.
No, it's my backpack. It's so heavy it keeps making me fall back down.
Ah.
Because it's like 15 pounds.
So this spot right here is bigger than you would typically use in a true survival situation.
But we're not actually trying. Well, we're trying to survive, but it's not like really serious.
We have a lot of gear with us. Boy, we might want to knock down all that loose dirt and rock there.
Dad, do I need to get firewood?
Yeah, might as well get started.
Okay. Are we gonna use the leaf for bedding?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
it's gonna be great.
Yeah, because it's so comfy.
All right, that's probably enough of that. We found what we think is a really good spot for a shelter, but we want to go check out the river. Think we can make it to the river and not get lost, Laura?
Yeah.
We found the river. Well, at least a little bit of the river. Should we get down closer, Laura?
Yeah, I want to climb over the rocks to the big...
All right, let's tally ho. Oh, she makes it look so easy. It's a little breezy down here on the riverbed. I kind of wish I wore a hat. It's still around 40 degrees. Beautiful day, but the wind's picking up and kind of hurts my ears. Might have to put a bit on. Laura, are your ears cold? Maybe I should grow my hair out. Stay warmer in the winter. Pretty neat. You get these hills of ice wherever there's a tributary where a creek flows into the main river. Then it just kind of, the water will freeze and then more water pours over it and it just keeps going until you get these hills of ice, which makes for good sledding hills. You going sledding, Laura?
Ready?
Yeah, let's see your best penguin.
Hey, what are penguins?
Well, whatever you want. All right, here's a penguin named Laura.
Hello.
Whee! Yahtzee, you gonna give it a shot? Come here, puppy. Come. It's even slippery for a dog. You're a good girl. Yahtzee's a good dog. Who's a good dog? Where are you going? Everybody's having fun. All right, I guess I'm gonna do the reverse penguin. How's that sound, Laura?
Cool.
If I can get my hood on my head.
Bumpy down there.
I saw that. You were going blah, 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 blah. All right. Hopefully we don't break our skull open. Woo-hoo! Ow! All right, go, Laura. You have to save me. I've fallen and I can't get up. What do you want? Are you gonna save me? Help me up, Yatta. Come, help me, help me. You're a good dog. You're a good dog. All right, well, we better get back up and get a shelter built before the day gets away from us. So just get your pile of tinder. Remember, you want to make it into a nice nest. So you grab all of it.
And put it in a bowl.
Yep, just and then you fluff it up. You break it up by crunching it, and then you go fluff, fluff, fluff.
Crunch.
So go ahead and put your tinder on there. And you want to, with cotton, you want to spread it out. So you have lots of room to catch sparks. And once you get a spark to land, because it's going to start here, you want to make a taco with it. Just fold it in, and then all of it will catch. Or just turn it upside down. If it's just an ember, and you taco it so the ember is on the inside, and then you blow into it. This, you could just take the whole thing and flip it upside down, but you probably don't need to. This stuff's going to go up like gasoline.
Yeah.
There you go. Flip it upside down. Just flip the whole thing. You don't need to be gentle at all. There you go. Here's your kindling. Yeah, you've got lots of time. You just stick that on there and that stuff will catch just fine. High five. Is that your first fire with flint and steel?
Yep.
Good job.
Oh.
You're bringing the whole forest with you.
Yeah.
Oh, that is really hot right here. It's like sticking your face in an oven.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of forget. The fire's over there, so I keep walking to put firewood in, and all the heat's hitting me in the face. There are a couple of down spruce trees up the hill just a bit, so we can drag them down. Shouldn't take too much work to get firewood for the night, which is really exciting. Right now, we are just heating up our space. We're gonna build a big old bonfire in here, and that should heat up the ground. Hopefully we can get the rock under there heated up for sure. The rock around the fire will be nice and toasty warm, and then that should keep us nice and toasty warm. Too slippery. I've got the wrong boots. All right, Laura, we've got a bench.
Yay!
Laura decided that it's lunchtime. Ah, what kind of cookies are they?
They're from the unofficial Harry Potter cookbook, and they have ginger in them.
Ginger?
And
all
maple
right.
syrup.
Well, my back is getting roasted.
Yeah.
The fire's too hot. Who put a fire there anyway?
Yeah. Actually, I was the one who started it, but...
It's all your fault. We might have to move. I think I'm about to catch on fire.
Yeah.
Let's scoot over. I'm gonna try one of these cookies out. Laura said she got them from the Harry Potter cookbook, and they have ginger in them.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes like they have ginger in them. That's pretty good, Laura. Thank you. Sun's going behind the hills right now, which means it's gonna get dark. And then it's gonna get cold. I don't know how cold it's going to be, but the last week or so it's been about negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit every night. So we need to be ready for decently cold temperatures. Found this little stand of dead cottonwood, which is nice because I shouldn't have to do any sawing or chopping. These trees will just fall down. Kind of like that. Whew, it's a lot of work, huh?
Yeah, why aren't you using the saw?
Because these trees are cottonwoods, and when they die, they rot down at the ground where they get wet, so you can just push them over.
Perfect, Dad. You chipped one into the fire.
Perfect. All right. High five. While I work on the shelter, Laura is going to be our chef tonight. We've got some marinated steak cubes. We're going to throw some onions and some peppers in with it. And then we're gonna have that with our sweet potatoes, which cooked faster than I thought they would. So our sweet potatoes are staying warm, hopefully, while we get the rest of it ready. Think you can handle it, Laura?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Better get to work. Look what Laura made. It smells super good. Sorry, Laura, I'm not gonna wait. I have to try it.
It's okay.
Great job. That is amazing.
Really good.
Should we try a sweet potato?
Okay, this looks
The sweet potato looks like it's burned to a crisp. That's all black and flaky. But all you have to do, let me clean my knife off a bit. Slice in,
Mine looks really good.
open it up, and that charred layer is not very thick. So potatoes are about the easiest thing you can cook around a fire. And sweet potatoes are delicious. You know what the best kind of meals are? Guess. The meals I don't have to make. I didn't lift a finger. You did a great job. I guess I stabbed the sweet potatoes. Well, that was tough.
You want it? No, puppy. Okay. Good dog.
That's the only one you get, puppy. No begging.
More.
You're a good dog. Laura is collecting moss to chink our shelter, fill in all the gaps. But we've got a lot of gaps to fill, so I better help out, I guess. We need armloads of the stuff. In the summertime, this would be easy. We could just roll it up in big sheets.
Yeah.
But it's frozen now. I might have to put the camera down so I have two hands to help you.
I'm only using one hand. Well, I'm holding it in one.
That's just because you are a professional and I am an amateur. It's getting really late and we need to be done. But Laura does fine work. She did probably 98% of this all by herself. I am way impressed. Laura,
What?
how you doing?
Good.
Oh, good. Now I need to build a wall over here, and I'm sad to do it, but I think I'm going to take all of our stuff we were planning to use for bedding, and that's going to cover up this gap right here. I think I'm just going to do a quick lean-to there and throw all these leaves on top of it. Our beds won't be as soft, but we won't have a gaping hole for all of our heat to come out of. But it's getting late. It's almost 10 o'clock, I think, so we'd better hurry up. Well, better than nothing. We'd do a good job, we'd have to fill this whole thing in, but we don't have enough time for that.
Nope.
Let's see what it looks like on the inside.
So in here is our heating area with our fire. And then there's more like the living room, which we haven't put our beds and stuff down yet. And then here's the wall. There's another wall. Here's the roof. And there's the new wall. Filled with leaves and stuff, but really cool.
Gotta get all the hot coals out of here so our beds don't catch on fire.
And he's using a giant, heavy scraping rock.
Because I forgot a shovel. Ooh, that rock is hot. Yikes. The ground's nice and warm though.
Yep, looks like we're in for a comfy sleep out.
I think that'll do. Well, we're gonna call our shelter done for the night. I finished a little mantle above the door. Oh, except for that little hole right there. I better fill that in. All right, other than that, we're done. We've got a big old mound of spruce boughs down. The rocks underneath are nice and toasty. We should be snug as a couple bugs in a rug.
Yep.
We'll try and keep this fire going all night. All in all, I'd say this shelter is about as good as they come. Temperature's really dropping now. I'm still pretty toasty because I've been gathering spruce boughs and working on this guy, but I think as soon as I stop moving, I'm gonna feel the temperature. Laura just finished off some bread with butter and honey on it.
Yeah, it was honey from Hawaii.
Yeah, we went to Hawaii a couple years ago and brought back some honey in a squeeze pouch, which is fantastic for camping.
Yep, right here.
Let's see that thing. Hawaii's local buzz. It's good stuff too.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna get back to roasting my bread. It's after midnight, but we're just gonna hang out, tell some scary stories, and eventually go back to bed. Ooh, a little bit of dough on the stick. Not quite done. But you know what? Oh, what am I talking about? That is perfection. Perfection, I say.
That's what happened with mine.
Get some butter on there. Get some honey. Make some cavities tonight. It's gonna be fantastic. Oh yeah. Ooh, that is toasty. Ooh, my leg is about to catch on fire. The fire is ripping. Yeah, whoever invented squeeze pouch honey is brilliant. It's way better than trying to do it out of a jar or something. Way better. Ah! Until I let it drip on my pants. You know, Laura didn't want to come. I had to drag her out. She said, no, we'll starve. We won't have anything good to eat. Well, who's laughing now? Is that really what you said, Laura?
No. I said I would love to come.
Laura was begging to come. Oh, I'm dripping honey everywhere. But I think it's bedtime, so we're gonna hit the hay. I fell asleep before I stoked the fire, and so the fire went out. I slept fine for a while, but I woke up a little bit ago and I really stoked the fire. And now it's way too warm in here. It is really hot up here. And my sleeping bag is too warm. Thankfully, I don't think Laura's noticed yet. Oh, just kidding. Laura's awake too. Is it too warm for you? Sorry. I think I just woke up my daughter. I'm sorry. Hey, there's a puppy dog. How you doing, Yata? You're a good girl. You ready to go home? We best get packed up and get out of here. You little dog. You're a good dog. Yes, you are. No looking. Good girl. All right, let's go. Now, somebody's excited to get moving. It makes one of us. Still a lot of coals left, Laura. Well done, Laura. Looks like we started a little bit of a forest fire. Not that worried about it. There's nothing that can last up there. But it's a good reminder to be careful out here. All right, Laura. You keep an eye on that. Let me know if it spreads over there, okay? Then we'll run up there and stomp it out. Otherwise, we'll just let it burn, and then there won't be any fuel. Sound like a plan?
Yeah.
Let it eat itself out. Yeah, the only thing I would worry about is if it burned over close to the tree, where it could get the dead spruce branches. Then we could have an actual forest fire on our hands. Probably not much of one. These trees right here are kind of isolated, but better not to find out. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll let it eat itself out, and then if it tries to move towards those trees at all, we'll go stomp it out. We were supposed to make this for dessert last night. We've got apple chunks with brown sugar and cinnamon. I think that's all that's in there. Gooey. And then we've got some crumble, which is basically butter, oatmeal, and brown sugar. We went to bed before we made it last night, so last night's dessert becomes this morning's breakfast, huh, Laura?
Yep.
Ooh, that is toasty. I'm losing all the hair in my hands. Breakfast, we've got caribou sausage, some freeze-dried tomatoes, and some freeze-dried scrambled eggs. We made these a while ago and never actually tested them, so this is kind of an experimental meal all the way around. Got ourselves some fat and juicy caribou sausage patties. Now I'm going to cook up some bacon, and then for the freeze-dried eggs and tomatoes, all we have to do is add boiling water, so they should be done pretty quickly. You gotta let them sit for a little while, but we'll see how they turn out. We haven't actually tried them yet. And I'd say it's breakfast time.
Yeah, cool.
All right, Laura, you want your sausage patties? It is cold enough out here that I want my sweater back.
This is good. I love caribou sausage.
Me too. Tastes good though. That wind is cold.
A good thing I brought a windbreaker.
I might need to put another sweater on. Yikes. Now let's see how the apple crumble turned out. Oh, say that turned out pretty nice. Crispy around the edges, nice and burned. All right, let's try that. Looks really warm.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's amazing.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
The time has come to abandon our campsite. Sad day. We're gonna put out the fire and say goodbye to our shelter. How does that make you feel, Laura?
Sad.
Boo-hoo. There's a good shelter. We'll do one quick walk around, make sure we've got everything. Definitely a good trip. That was a good little shelter. But now it's time for us to hike back up the mountain.
Yep. Getting over that tree though was pretty hard.
She makes it look easy. There's the waterfall. Well, Laura, would this be worth another trip?
Yeah.
I agree. It's one of those trips you wish you had another 3 or 4 days to stay out here, but we don't, unfortunately. Deal.
And are you sad to leave Yatta? Yeah.
We made it to the truck, Laura. Spent a whole night out there and we didn't even die.
Yay.
Would you rather drive home right now or walk back down the hill and camp another day?
Camp another day.
High five.
This was one of those rare trips where everything goes the way you want it to. Thanks for following along. Your support motivates me to continue making memories with my family, so thank you. Our next adventure is one of those far too common trips where everything goes wrong. From bad weather and stuck trucks to a snow machine that doesn't want to work. My 2 youngest sons and I make the best of it however we can. I'll see you there. Until then, be good if you can and careful if you can't.